Hello, hello, and welcome, Travel Week community. I am so excited for today's show and so glad that so many of you are joining us. I can see you all filing in. Again, welcome and thank you for being here. We have an awesome show planned today. We have Chad and Allan who are here from Celebrity Cruises, and I can't wait to learn more with all of you about what is new and going on with this amazing cruise brand. And so with that, I am going to pass the floor over to them both, and I will see you again at the end of the show for a quick thank you. And so with that, take it away, Chad and Allan, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
I feel like new sunglasses, like a brand new pair of jeans. I feel like taking chances. I feel a lot like 17. I feel like windows roll down new city streets and cabs. I feel like anything can happen, laughing. You take me right back when we were kids. Never thought I'd feel like this, like when I brand new.
And a very warm welcome to everyone once again. My name is Allan Brooks. I'm the National Director of Sales here in Canada. So great to have you all. First of all, we see you all out there. We don't physically see you, but we see you filing in your names and everything. So appreciate it. Joining me today, very special guest all the way from the West Coast, based in Vancouver, Canada, is Chad Kowalenko,
Hi,
our
everyone.
sales manager. So we are going to be sharing a lot of great new information, some great updates, and of course, this is the season of booking coming up, our Black Friday sale and everything else we're going to share with you on that, some brand updates, friendly reminders, but we will be respectful of your time. So it's going to be kind of a fast and furious because we want to cover everything possible over the next 45 minutes. We think we're going to cover about 99.9 of your questions throughout. If there's something that you're still curious about, we do encourage you to check the celebrity commitment, which we will be covering in this presentation, or reaching out to your representation in your area. But again, thanks to everyone for joining us. Chad, did you want to say anything to the your West Coasties?
Just thanks for making the time to be here. And I think we've picked some stuff that's going to be meaningful in terms of updates. And wow, I mean, we've heard it loud and clear how busy it is in terms of inquiry for booking into 25. So lots of good stuff ahead.
Awesome. So we're going to get right into it. We've had, a lot of changes in our brand over the past, I'd say 5-6 years, really sort of recalibrating. And especially that kind of goes in tandem with our Edge series coming into the industry and really shaking things up. Very unique ships, which we're going to talk about if you're not familiar with them. But the big areas for us, people ask, who are your guests? Who are sailing on your ships? Who are you marketing to? Who are we asking our travel partners to, introduce to our brand or reintroduce to our brand? This slide kind of dictates that for you. They're comfort seekers. So they're kind of broken into these 4 areas. The first of which are 45 years old or greater. And it's traveling without kids, our cultural indulgers, trying something new and like to take their time, quick break, empty nesters, short getaways to treat themselves. And then we head into sort of the other category, which is the 45 and younger, the globetrotting parents. Maybe they're empty nesters for the first time and just want to have fun and let loose. And then, of course, the fabulous families. Celebrity Cruises is definitely a family-friendly brand. we're not gonna, try and parallel our sister brand, Royal Caribbean, but we definitely have great offerings for families, the children's program, which, yes, we are going to talk about in this presentation. But that's kind of a quick sort of synopsis of who we are looking for and who our guests are that we're starting to sail with us. What we focus on and what matters most are our brand pillars, our destinations, food and drink, hospitality, your stay, that's our ships, and of course the live shows and activities, lots of focus. So these are our brand pillars. Yes, I'm sure you've seen this on many other brands out there. Just keep in mind, all of these pillars, drive everything we do, and we do it in an elevated way. And we're going to share that with you today as well. So with our destinations, covering the entire globe now as our fleet continues to grow, more overnights, longer stays in ports, more exotic destinations being included. And we're going to cover some of that today as well. Our food and drink is all led by our Michelin star chefs, Cornelius Gallagher, and of course you see Daniel Boulud, who had his incredible first restaurant at sea on Celebrity Beyond Le Voyage. So we take it to the next level. We continue doing that ship after ship, year after year, with these amazing curated experiences. Our hospitality, to me, I'm an ex-crew member, I think is one of the most important components of a vacation experience, especially with Celebrity, with our Celebrity Way. That is part of our culture internally, whether we're working on the ships, working in sales in the field, or in our shoreside offices. It is something that drives us every day. Just taking it to the next level, being attentive but not intrusive. Our brand is classy without being stuffy, to put it that way. And of course, your stays. The ships are incredibly beautiful, award-winning ships. If you've sailed on them, you know. If you haven't, there's incredible imagery and videos available to you, either through the commitment or even on YouTube if you want to check them out. There's some great stuff done by our teams as well as partners and guests of ours that love to share the beautiful spaces on our ships. And another area near and dear to my heart, part of my sort of career was the live shows and activities on board. We have definitely taken that to the next level. Massive investments and resources are put into this with creative new events, whether it's Shine the Night pool party or activities that happen throughout the day like silent discos and dance classes and beautiful production shows and guest entertainers. So quickly, am I going too fast, Chad, or is this okay? Is it comprehensible? So this is an area, again, very important to our brand, very important to me and my team here in Canada, as it is, we know, to you, our partners and your clients. It's something that we need to talk about more because we do a really great job of this, and I think we're an industry leader when it comes to our environmental stewardship, our inclusivity, the partnership we have with the World Wildlife Fund, and of course the diversity we have amongst our employees and crew members alike. But one of the areas is sustainability. We obviously share the oceans with a lot of different sea life, and of course that is really important, but equally important is the ports of call we visit and ensuring that our policies and practices on board our ships and the places we visit around the world are the best of the best. And 8 years running, we're world's most ethical companies. And the other areas is our energy efficiency. You'll see that, again, not taking away from the experience on board the ship, whether it's the refillable bottles on our Galapagos ships with in-room refill, more efficient engines, ship design, even goes down to the paint we use on our hulls, making it more slippery and more efficient through the water using less fuel. Looking to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. Many of our ships we expect to have by 2035. So ambitious, but something that's very important to us. And of course, reducing our carbon footprint down by double digits by 2025. Waste management, another area we take a lot of pride in, whether that be on board our ships or any of our offices around the world. And I mentioned our ports of call. We work closely with local officials on the protection, the education, and of course empowering the ports we visit and ensuring that we leave it better than when we first arrived. So important stuff, and of course funding small businesses when we can source, whether that's our food and beverage or otherwise. We definitely like to support small businesses in these ports as well. Okay, our fleet. So very proud of this. We have 4 different classes of ships. I'm just going to look at my bigger screen here. So our Millennium series, it's one thing, and Chad reminded me of this. It's really irregardless of when these ships were launched. It's about the incredible maintenance, upkeep of these ships, the frequency of our dry docks and revitalizations. And there is a big difference between putting a ship into a week-long or 2-week-long dry dock, and fixing her up and putting new paint and carpets, which happens from time to time on a more regular basis. But we've been doing is called revitalization, and many of you heard of that. And a lot of these ships in our Millennium and Solstice class have already gone through revitalization. And this is a month-long kind of deal where they go down to the studs, millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars are put into the ships, ripping staterooms out, putting brand new in, refreshing the lounges, and they just do an incredible job. So just want to mention that. So our 4 series, our Millennium class has 4 ships, Solstice series with 5 ships. Our Galapagos, if you aren't aware, we did have 3 ships sailing in that area. We're now sailing with 1 ship, but she is a very special ship. That's the incredible Flora you see in that photograph. That is a 100 passenger ship, all suites, all included. It is the epitome of luxury in that incredible area of the world, the Galapagos Islands. So if you have guests that have sailed maybe on any of these other classes of ship and are looking for that next bucket list destination, it's a lot of people call it the safari at sea. So that's the Galapagos ship. And then last but not least is the Edge series. We currently have 4 of these amazing ships. Like I said at the beginning of our webinar, they have truly changed the cruise industry and how ships are built. First ships built in 3D in an incredible imagination lab we have in Miami. Beautiful ships, beautiful design. We're going to talk more about them. And the 5th and final of that series of ships will be coming out 1 year from almost today. In Florida. So we're going to show you a quick video on our Edge series ships.
Allan, before we go to
yes.
video, the one thing I just wanted to also mention, you had mentioned it earlier that we do have a YouTube channel, and any of the ships in our fleet, you can actually send the link to your clients, or if they're in your office, you can watch with them. But if you haven't yet had the opportunity to find out why Celebrity keeps winning the awards for kind of the top rated ships in the industry, you can do a 10 or 11 minute tour of any of our Edge series ships. And honestly, I would encourage you to take the 10 minutes to do that and share that link with your clients, because not all ships in the industry are created equal. And once you do those ship tours on YouTube, it becomes really clear we've spent more money to outspend our competitors on having the most luxurious floating hotels and resorts in the world.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for that, Chad. Reminder. Okay, without further ado, here is an introduction to the beautiful Excel. Oh, really? Just a really little sneak peek there. So that's the beautiful ship. You can see her there. I just want to keep it on that slide for a minute. It's a beautiful, you see some of the areas that pop. You see the orange on the side of the ship where it looks like it's a kind of a platform. It's the size of a tennis court. That's a magic carpet. And then that goes up and down the side of the ship. And then the back of the ship is another amazing area. You see it sort of enveloped in glass. That's Eden, a 3-story dining and dancing experience at the back of the ship. It's a beautiful venue, but so many different spaces that are first to the industry and just incredible. But Chad's going to tell us more about Excel.
Yeah, we're very, very excited to be adding Excel to the fleet. And folks, one of the things just to mention is that with all of our Edge series ships, we do, even though it's the same blueprint, we keep evolving a little bit as we go. And Allan and I have had the good fortune to sail on all of our Edge series ships. And they're not all the same. We do keep making little enhancements as we go. And after coming back from Ascent and beyond, I'm really excited to be getting onto Excel next year as well. Great itineraries. We're going to be basing these for the Caribbean out of Fort Lauderdale. And you've got 7-night Puerto Plata, St. Thomas, and St. Martin, which is quintessential Caribbean 101 for us. But the way that we are doing the Excel is to do back-to-back itineraries where the next week will be 7-night Bahamas, Mexico, and Grand Cayman. So you can actually sell your clients a 14-day back-to-back, a little bit of a longer cruise, our newest ship in the fleet. We know people from Canada like to get away for a little longer in the fall and winter months. So I think that's an awesome opportunity with our new ship on the Excel.
Did want to mention as well, Chad, a lot of people are asking, especially our partners and clients that have sailed on the Other Edge class, and you kind of talked about it, which reminded me, the reveals for a lot of these new things that are coming, whether it's the food and beverage offerings or entertainment, will be coming out. They're telling us kind of around January, and then they'll start revealing different experiences, closer and closer to the ship's launch. So very exciting. I wish we could share more on what it is, but they're keeping their cards close to their chest. And then I didn't want to mention the sea days. I mean, these itineraries are amazing. The ports are amazing. But with these sea days, you really, truly get to enjoy this amazing ship as well. So just wanted to share that, but we'll continue moving on. We're going to have a 3-hour webinar here if we keep talking. Okay.
Not all cruise lines are created equal. And one of the things that has happened for Allan and I over the last several weeks is we've been bouncing from competitor to competitor for a lot of different conferences and events. And Celebrity does have bragging rights of the largest square footage in the premium category for our veranda staterooms. We also really want to pay attention, and Allan did touch on this, but like every ship in our fleet is busy either being revitalized or going through what we call the revolution to get the look and the feel of Edge series. These photos here are actually from the Millennium series or the Solstice series ships, where we gutted it right down to the metal and the studs, ripped out the staterooms, and rebuilt it back with that look and that feel of Edge series. So never get caught up in when was the ship built, because I know sometimes your clients like to look at that information. It means a lot more about when was that ship refreshed. And we're really proud to be the top rated fleet in the industry because we never let anything get old, and we're always refreshing, dry docking, revolutionizing. You've heard a lot about Celebrity kind of leading the charge with innovation and design. One of those innovations is the amazing Infinite Veranda. This is kind of a departure from the traditional veranda where you slide the door and step out. Instead, you've got folding French glass doors. You've got floor to ceiling glass that you control and bring that down halfway for your open air veranda experience. But the beautiful thing about an Infinite Veranda is that if you're not going to be out on the veranda, and maybe it's the evening, you just keep the glass up and you've got a much larger stateroom, because all that veranda square footage that you would usually step out on is actually just in your stateroom. So it does equate to a bigger stateroom. It's an interesting way to do it. A lot of our guests love it. And if you don't, if it's not what was for you, the back of the Edge ships has amazing traditional verandas called sunset verandas, and that's a great option too. But talking about options, we do have a class or a category that I would like to encourage you to take a look at for your clients called Concierge Class. Concierge Class comes with a bunch of extra beautiful amenities to experience as part of your vacation experience. It's not much of a price jump from a traditional veranda to move into Concierge Class, but it's all really about just how can we add a little bit more VIP treatment, and whether that's a personalized concierge, whether that's an embarkation VIP lunch in the main dining room instead of getting on into the buffet, whether that's a bunch of extra really nice stateroom features for you. All the list is there and it goes on and on. But when you take a look at the price point between Concierge Class and Veranda, it's a small step in price for a really big step in terms of all the extra amenities. But personally, I think one of the best categories that we have, and it is exclusive to celebrity, is called Aqua Class. Aqua Class, if you're not familiar with it, it's a beautiful veranda stateroom, but it's a category because it's a spa-inspired vacation experience. It has its own specialty dining restaurant assigned exclusively for our guests in Aqua Class called Blue, and it, very attentive service there, fresh fruit, fusion culinary, really, really nice dining experience and culinary in Blue. You've got upgraded stateroom amenities because everything from the pulsating shower towers to the spa caliber amenities, it's meant to make you feel like you're staying in a spa experience. You actually get a complimentary pass to the Persian Garden. If you like the thought of those deep heated stone benches and the aromatherapy steam baths, you don't have to pay for it. It's just part of the experience when you stay in Aqua Class. And we do have new pricing in terms of how you can buy Aqua Class, that you can either buy it all included, or even if you just wanted a sharp lead-in price point without the perks, you can now do that with Aqua Class as well. But let me tell you, there are lots of ways you can cruise on our ships. Allan is going to tell you on the very best value and certainly the very best experience, and that would be treating yourself to the ship within a ship experience that we call
The retreat. I was afraid that slide was not going to cue properly. So yes, I'm sure, again, if you are a fan, and a lot of you are out there of this amazing brand, you've heard of our retreat suite experience. Truly unparalleled. It's one of those things that Chad mentioned. It is a ship within a ship. It's definitely the most elevated experience we have in our brand, the luxury experience. And I'll just quickly go through some of the areas for you that that includes in this. But keep in mind, the ship within a ship, when we say that, and I'm sure you've heard it before, the great thing about this brand is that this is the elevated experience. This is our suite experience on these amazing ships. So within this experience, you have your retreat sun deck. You can see in the top left. We have Illuminae, an award-winning exclusive restaurant just for our suite guests, and of course the suite retreat lounge. You'll have your concierge there. A lot of people like to go there for breakfast, hang out before dinner. It's a great social environment, but also they can cater to your needs. You've got your butler. It's more than, these are beautiful staterooms, but it's more than just the square footage of the space. It's about the entire experience. So the moment you get out of your car at the terminal, the suite experience that whisks you through to this private area, get you on board the ship within minutes into your suite to start enjoying it. So whether you're going up to the pool, your butler is going to set up dinner for you, you're going to the reserved seating in the dining room, all of these other areas, touch points around the ship are just enhanced when you're in a retreat suite. So you can see the list here of all the amenities that come along with it. And then the reason I wanted to bring back the ship within a ship experience is because when you leave that retreat area, like on some brands, it is a stark difference between the two. This is an elevated experience on an already elevated ship. So you go from this experience to an amazing show in the theater, to a full-size casino, to an amazing gym and workout facility and spa. Our full shops on board that cater to you, the live music around the ship, which often you'll see in the retreat lounge as well. But just sort of mentioning that it's an exclusive experience, but you also have the rest of the amenities on the ship to enjoy, just as much. Whereas it's not that much of a difference between the two when it comes to the entertainment and the activities.
And can I just chime in, Allan,
Sure.
on that? Because one of the things that I'm always learning is talking with some of our travel agent partners that have upgraded their clients to come and try and stay in the retreat. A lot of these guests came from small ship cruise lines, and they thought we liked luxury, we liked the smaller ship experience, and maybe some of the bigger brands weren't for them. But now they've enjoyed our kind of exclusive and less busy environment of the retreat to the point where they're not going back to those small ship brands, and they're now choosing to stay with celebrity, but booking that retreat.
Yeah. And when we talk about who sails with us, who our clients are, who our shared guests are, A lot of people are traveling, the multi-generational families, and to your point, Chad, maybe they have sailed in other brands but want to do something as a group. So this kind of caters to all ages and interests. The kids program or the entertainment and activities or the food and beverage offerings. There's truly something for everyone and for all ages on these ships. So whether they're used to that and want to stay there and the rest of the family stays in a concierge or a sky suite or otherwise, it's definitely a great option. The other thing is if you have guests that have tried other brands, maybe have tried Sailed Celebrity and they're coming back to us and really want to try the retreat but haven't taken the plunge yet, they can do what's called the Retreat Privilege Package. And this is a day pass basically to experience all those things that are retreat. So you get retreat lounge and dining in Lumine, the sun deck, priority for arrival and departure, reserved seating, as I mentioned earlier. So all of this can be experienced for the day to see, hey, next time, do we want to do this? You, of course, will want to do it because once you've entered that zone, you do not return. But this is the pricing here for the different classes of ships and experience. So just something to mention that if you have clients coming up that are maybe sailing with us already in the next few months, mention this to them because it'll definitely be a great point for them to experience. Extending your stay. This is available in select cities. Really cool. $99 for guests and the retreat guests. So you basically get to stay on board the ship. We store your luggage. There's not a rush to get off because we know a lot of these destinations like Rome, Barcelona, Venice, and Athens, the flights back home are sometimes later in the afternoon or in the early evening, if not later. So this allows you to stay on board the ship and enjoy it. The cool thing about this is that most of the guests will be leaving the ship, so it's very quiet. It's like your own private yacht. And then the new guests have yet to come on board. So you get to experience it. And you get to stay on board about 90 minutes before departure. So it's a great, great option. Chad and I were talking before the webinar, and we just recently traveled it, as you mentioned, together. And if you, the $99 price point, or sorry, $69 per person and $99 for retreat guests. We were at the airport where were we, Chad? Oh, LAX. And it was a $30, what was it, hamburger or tuna sandwich? One or either. It was probably comparable. So just give you an idea, when you leave the ship sometimes in these places, you want to go to a hotel, the pricing is quite reasonable, to say the least, if you decide to stay on board a little bit longer after your amazing vacation extended.
If you've got clients going to the Med with us, absolutely, this has value in spades. $69 compared to a $30 airport hamburger. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, you might even want to kind of include it in the cost of their cruise. Say, hey, I'm going to do this for you and add it on as a little treat. This is something, again, I mentioned I was part of the entertainment and activities program. This was another area that I worked on when I first joined the brand. And this is Camp at Sea. It's our kids program, definitely a family-friendly brand. It's not about the water slides and the zip lines, which is awesome. But, sometimes you're going to these more exotic, more destination or port-heavy itineraries. This is a really cool program. The ratio from our staff to the kids is obviously much smaller, but STEM, science, technology, engineering, math is what it's sort of based on. Incredible. They include everything from our musicians and cast members, singers, and dancers to our food and beverage teams that come into this. And depending on where you sail in the world, a lot of the STEM programming will be based on that, whether you're in Alaska or in the Med or otherwise around the world. But very cool program. So if you do have children, love sailing together, I do with my young kids, and they love the program. And it's just kind of challenging, a little bit different and enriching for them as well. So that's our STEM kids program, Camp at Sea. And then I throw it over to you, Chad.
So I just wanted to give a reminder to all of our travel agent partners that we keep evolving the celebrity brand based on kind of the choices that our guests want to see. In terms of how you can buy a celebrity cruise, you've got three great options. You can either go for where the lowest value is, and that would be cruise only. It's just a sharp price point, no perks. Generally speaking, our travel agent partners are really great about selling our all-included, which is the unlimited alcoholic and non-alcoholic package. It also includes the classic Wi-Fi for 2 devices. And the way that the pricing on all included is structured is it's substantially less money to buy it as the all-included package than it would be if you boarded the ship and ended up buying these amenities on board. And let me give you a pro tip. Every one of your clients that says, oh, you know what, don't worry, we don't need Wi-Fi, the first thing they do when they get on board is go buy Wi-Fi. Everybody wants to stay connected. Everybody wants to be on social media and sharing their posts and their pictures of their vacation. So do your clients a favor, lock in the best value overall right out of the gate with the all-included package. But honestly, this might be a year that we would ask you to step out of your comfort zone and ask every client that you're booking if you can take a look at booking them into the retreat experience, because as Allan mentioned, there is so much additional value in terms of all the upgrades and the premium drink package and the premium high-speed Wi-Fi, all of the other amenities that you get, even just that dining experience in Luminier. It truly is amazing. And the retreat is not for the rich and famous. The price point differential between all included and the retreat, it's a small step up, but it is a massive amount of extra amenities. And to make sure we've got something that fits everybody's price point, we've got lots of different suite options in terms of square footage. So even if somebody's really watching their budget, I think the lead-in retreat is still within the reach of most. So that's the three ways that you can buy a celebrity cruise. And that dovetails nice into your timing to be attending today's session is awesome, because we have launched our Black Friday, Cyber Monday super offers. And so the book, oh, he's dancing. The booking window for this is November 8th to December 9th. So you have a really healthy window. And get this, it is applicable to sailings for the remainder of 2024. It's for all of 2025. It's for all of 2026. It's even for early 2027. So we are talking, if your clients want to go next month or in 2.5 years from now on our open deployment, you can take advantage of this offer. You can do it one of two ways. You can either go with the market offer of buy one, get one 75% off, which is huge. But we added a second layer and it is rich. It's up to $800 per stateroom in additional savings. So from our revenue standpoint, the buy one, get one 75% off is already our major play in the marketplace. It's an extremely high value offer. But to come to the table with something that we really want to outdo all of the competitors out there, that second layer, bumping those savings all the way up to $800 of additional savings, that's a really big deal. And this can combine with Group X pricing or group rates to get that secondary up to $800 of additional savings. So I call on enough travel agent partners in Canada to know that some of you know about this trick and some of you don't. So if you didn't know about this, while you are not able to combine the buy one, get one 75% off with your group rate, you are able to get those bonus layers of savings off of your group rate. And when we amp up that group save, or sorry, the Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer all the way up to $800 of additional savings, when you've already got really, really great group rates, now we're talking. That's why, honestly, folks, it would totally be crazy if your clients ever want to take a celebrity cruise. Don't miss out on the sale offer that's running now. Reach out to your field sales manager from Celebrity if you need any tutorial on how to kind of push this out on your social media or e-blast to your clients. But really, don't miss this one. This is the biggie.
Yeah, excellent.
We've got a great resource, which we certainly hope that you're leveraging, which is cruisingpower.com. If you don't have an agent profile on there, please create one. And for those of you that do have an agent profile, but you're not in there all that much, We have really enhanced espresso to be super user friendly. Gone are the days of, needing to know all of the rate codes, etc. Everything is pull down menus. You can literally book a cruise for a client in about 5 minutes. And when you do it,
I will quote Donna and Joanne saying it is the best in the industry.
You know what? It's slick. It's easy. If you can book an air ticket online, you can use Espresso to book a cruise. We also have lots of other resources that are in here for the cruise planner, flight finder, if you want to hook up flights with it. We've got a great program, Hotels by Celebrity, if you wanted to do pre or post hotels through our contracts. Any information that you need about piers, because maybe there's multiple piers in a city and you need to get that information. Travel agent rates. Maybe you'd like to sail on our ships. The one-stop files is where you can find an Excel grid of all of our ships and sailing dates that offer the discounted travel agent rates. So do take advantage of that. We just launched our new travel agent guides and our new brochure for 25. So if you don't have travel agent guides or travel agent or consumer brochures, get into Cruising Power and go under order brochures and stock yourself so that you've got everything. And we've put our training program, which is Celebrity Learning, on pause just for the moment because we are redoing that program to make it even more current and a little bit easier to kind of fully get through that training. Comparatively to a lot of the other trade training programs, it is actually quite short. Most people complete hours in about 2.5 hours to 3 hours, but it's time well spent to kind of get more familiar with one of the top selling cruise lines in the industry.
Also, I don't know if you mentioned this, but just to make sure you bookmark this. So go to thecruisingpower.com and then bookmark it in your search engine. It's a great, I'm in here all the time, every day, like our partners are. So
this would be a great slide if you feel like taking out your phone and taking a quick photo, or if you want to do a snipping tool and just snip this for yourselves. We try really hard. We only have so many characters in the system to be able to put for a rate code, so we can't spell the entire rate code out. But we try really hard to listen to your feedback in terms of like, make it easy to understand how we sell your cruise line. Because sometimes when you are quoting in Espresso, it looks like there's an awful lot of rate options to choose from. But keep in mind, it's displaying every one of our rate codes. And then there's a non-refundable version and a fully refundable version. And then you've got the different types of rates that you can book. So although it might seem like there's a lot, when you actually take a look at the Know Your Rate codes, it's not that complicated, but we don't mind at all spelling it out and making it very easy to understand. So just keep that handy. And of course, we're recording this web session as well, just in case you need to reference back, or better yet, reach out to your celebrity field sales manager to help you with that. We definitely would ask for your support and ask for your business. If you're a travel agent partner out there that is doing group business, we would really love for you to take a look at doing your next one with Celebrity. It's the best way to get amazing rates that are going to be better than market. You can hold those rates up to 120 or 150 days to sailing. They always include the all-included. Most of you that are on this web session with us or watching it, you do have access to headquarter group blocks as well that they're blocking on your behalf. And keep in mind, those are your first stop to check a price point, because most times your rate on these cruises is going to be better than market rate. In some cases, it's going to be massive differentials compared to what our website is, and you will have better pricing to play with. All the time, you've got the 2 perks in there as well. There's $50 onboard credit and on and on. They share the TCs with you if you sell say 8 staterooms. So pay attention to that, because the group rates are where things are at. And back to Allan was mentioning being in Cruising Power all the time, but being in Espresso all the time. One of the great things is the side-by-side view, so that if your ship and sailing date that you're looking at for a client does have a group rate, you can see what the market rate is for FIT. Then you can see those great group rates that you might have, and you can actually just book it easily through Espresso, even in the retreat. And so asking for your business, talk to your field sales manager if you do have a group opportunity. I think Allan would agree that we are really motivated with some resources on our side to help you make sure you've got a very successful group experience. We want to be the cruise line that's easy to do business with. We want to kind of work in tandem with you. If you've got a Pied Piper that escorts groups, we will make ourselves available anytime to meet with those Pied Pipers or those decision makers to help show them that we are the best way to host a group, whether it's land or sea. And so definitely keep that in mind, because our team is anxious to work with you on any group projects that you have.
I think any of the success, like major success we've seen over the past couple of years, and before that, honestly, is the agencies or agents that take out that group space, whether it's the first time or it's an annual thing, is definitely a great way to grow business incrementally. Other areas, you know, escorted groups are really popular these days as we start to release more exotic and more intricate and unique voyages and sailings. Our grand voyage, for instance. A lot of excitement around that. 110 nights. We didn't touch on that, did we, Chad?
No,
Yeah.
we're pulling back the curtain soon.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so groups is amazing. And to Chad's point, so many resources. Your field sales manager, your directors, our groups department is amazing. So you have great support around it. And of course that price advantage and everything else that gets layered on that Chad mentioned. But awesome. Just the interest of time, we're gonna get through these for sure. So flights by celebrity. These are the different ways you can sell this to your guests, our mutual guests. The price, our lowest airfare guaranteed. The protection is probably one of the biggest because, you know, with the inclement weather we have sometimes here in Canada, it happens from time to time. We will get you to the ship. So, you know, whether we hold the ship, sometimes that happens where we have communication with the airlines, hold the ship for an hour or something in the original port of call or getting you to the next one. Paying later, book air with no money down. And of course, the ever important loyalty points you get with the airlines. The other really important one here for you is that the stick rate, the retention rate of your cruise booking goes up 90% when you book it with air. So definitely worth the conversation. We find that guests will book their cruise with you sometimes and then find somewhere else to book their air. Give them the confidence with Flights by Celebrity to book both with you right on the spot, and there's no reason they shouldn't. Okay, getting into our destinations quickly. We do cover the entire globe, and we, as I mentioned, our fleet continues to grow, whether that be our 3 ships in Alaska heading to Hawaii, Galapagos with the beautiful flora, going to South America. Antarctica is back on the schedule in 2026 and 27, super cool. Greenland, Iceland, Bermuda, going up to Canada, New England, of course, the Caribbean, Northern Europe, Iceland, Mediterranean. Asia is really popular these days. I wish we had 6 ships in Asia right now. And of course, Australia, beautiful New Zealand on there as well. So Caribbean, we do have several products available, our ships here, and varying lengths, whether you're looking at a 5-night introductory or you want to just kind of maybe tie it into a pre or post, or the longer 14-night, several different varieties with this. And you see some of the information on these slides, as well as the FTC being first to cruise, and the FTB is first to our brand. So they've sailed before, but not necessarily with us. So you can see the length, this long 7-night or the shorts. And then the household income brand average at 125K plus. So just give you an idea of breaking down who's booking it, who's sailing it on those ships. But we have year-round ships in the Caribbean, which is a new thing for us over the past couple of years with Reflection, and of course the Edge series Beyond. Europe has always been our sweetheart, especially coming out of Canada. It is always the #1 product for Canadians. So if they have tried the Caribbean and are looking for the next step, this is definitely that. Year-round, again, just not to forget that we have a year-round ship in Europe, a very unique experience here for you. More overnights than other brands, longer time in these ports of calls that we know, you know, you're going to unpack once and visit 8 cities. Some of these stays are longer so that you can see, hey, maybe we want to come back here and spend some more time or bring friends and family. but really immersive experiences, whether you're going on a shore excursion or exploring these amazing ports on your own. Alaska is the final frontier there. Pretty much, you see the way the change in the profile, the guest profile changes in these different areas of the world as well. I personally was this still I think is my favorite part of the world that we sail. I've yet to do some of the areas, but to date, really surprising. I grew up in Canada. I lived in Vancouver at the time that I did the end of a contract working on the ship, and I've been since with friends and family. Um, I'd say it's life-changing. It's a really immersive experience in Alaska, and whether you're taking a 7-night round trip out of Seattle or Vancouver, or a 7-night northbound or southbound, and tying that in with the incredible cruise tour, 2 to 6 night pre and post land tour experiences, deluxe motor coaches, the Wilderness Express you see in the photograph. This is taking it to the next level, really getting into the Alaskan wildlife, seeing the amazing animals and beautiful scenery with these gorgeous mountains, Denali National Park, Hotel Kitna. Just beautiful. One of the things that stood out for me with this too, on top of all of those amazing experiences, is that your tour guides, and this is going to sound a bit weird, but keeping the same tour guide throughout your experience when you're in Alaska is invaluable. They've got a wealth of knowledge, yes, and they share, so many great details and nuances because a lot of them live in that area year round. But they're not repeating information, one day to the next when they swap out your tour guide. So I thought that was a really cool thing that someone pointed out, and it was really, really important to the experience. The exotics, as I mentioned, beautiful: Australia, New Zealand, South Pacific, Hawaii, Asia, South America, overnights, longer stays, as I mentioned. I mean, you'll see when you start delving into this with, clients, whether they're just looking for that bucket list trip, looking to, create a group around this. These are some of the most popular itineraries right now that we're seeing pop, especially out of Canada. Again, Asia, as I mentioned earlier. Antarctica being added back in. I believe it's 6 sailings, if I'm not mistaken, 3 in 26 and 3 in 2027 that will be down there. So beautiful, beautiful itineraries. Again, all of this information available for you on the Celebrity Commitment and on our website, of course. You can check that out. Anything to add, Chad? I don't want to speed along too much here, but just being respectful.
I mean, I think you've covered our biggies in terms of the deployment, and certainly for our tried, tested, and true clients that love the Celebrity brand, I think this is also a good year to start talking to them about sticking with Celebrity, but going to those destinations that they haven't experienced yet. And I think you're absolutely on the money about Asia. I think also longer cruises. So Allan alluded to the fact that we've got something very special coming up that we're going to be revealing to the trade here. It's going to be in early December. We are going to be talking about our 110-night world cruise, our grand journey. This is going to be really something special. So stay tuned. We're going to give you all of the details that you need to know. It's kind of a sneak peek right now. But if I don't have a 110-night cruise to show you today, that's okay, because we've got some shorter ones that you can do as back-to-backs. This is a great opportunity for you to take your cell phone, take a quick shot, or maybe do a snip here from your computer screen. But if you want to do what is one of our award-winning ships, Celebrity Apex, doing 12-night Norwegian fjords and the Arctic Circle, incredible itinerary. You can back-to-back that with 11 nights of the best of Scandinavia. Now we're talking, a month's worth of cruising, an incredibly special part of the world, including the Arctic Circle. That is something you guys should be looking at supporting or marketing as a back-to-back. Also, the Celebrity Ascent, an 11-night Greece, Turkey, and Italy. Great ports of call. This one going out of Greece for 11 nights, and you can back-to-back that with a 10-night Italy, Greece, and Croatia. So our newest ship in the fleet right now, amazing itinerary to take a look at. The Celebrity Equinox, 15-night westbound transatlantic Lisbon to Buenos Aires. a bunch of great ports of call, and a lot of great sea days. And I know sometimes people think, oh no, sea days. On Celebrity, those are your sleep-in days to get up to enjoy our celebrity life activities, all of our specialty dining and programming. You can combine that with a 14-night Patagonia, Argentina, and Buenos Aires. Now we are talking about some pretty unique kind of itineraries. We don't market this as a back-to-back, but you could, and that would certainly set you apart in terms of what you're offering to your clients. And finally, the Celebrity Ascent on an 11-night Panama Canal and the Caribbean with the ABC Islands. You do that as a back-to-back with a 10-night Ultimate Southern Caribbean. I think if you've got somebody that has a little bit of time and you can do 21 nights of really special itinerary through the Caribbean, now we're talking. So those are my favorite back-to-backs that I wanted to showcase for you. And of course, our African safari at sea. If you've got people that enjoy that kind of travel, and we certainly hear loud and clear that exploration travel and adventure travel and all that type of travel is gaining momentum, we have it too, except we have it in a very luxurious experience on an all-suites ship called the Flora. We pay 18% commission to our travel agent partners on this very special program in a completely unique part of the world. And let's take a look at what we've got in terms of our product there. Oh, I guess don't forget to order your brochures, which include
I'll go here on the back.
our travel agent guides, etc. But here we go. Galapagos for us, Celebrity Flora, top-rated ship in the Galapagos Islands, all suites, floor-to-ceiling glass, completely classy experience. You can have all the adventure you want during the day, whether that's going to be kayaking or advanced snorkeling, getting into our amazing tenders that have the flipping staircase. This is really a classy and a luxurious way to do the Galapagos Islands.
Right, what staircase, Chad, did you say?
So on the actual tender itself, like you notice a lot of ships that run in the Galapagos Islands, they're older ships that were not purpose built for the Galapagos. They use cranes to load in their Zodiacs. If anybody's a little bit older, mobility challenge, etc., that's not a very luxurious way to experience the Galapagos. But on Flora, we actually built the marina, which has the steps that you just walk down to board our Zodiac. And if you see in the picture, there's actually a kind of staircase that's built onto the tender so that when we beach it and they flip it, you can actually just walk up the steps and, onto the beach. So the
flippin' staircase.
Yeah,
That's what
every thought was put into
thought you
this
said something else.
to make sure that we would have something to make us stand apart for a really special experience in the Galapagos Islands. And if you're coming from Canada and this is your one trip down to this incredibly special part of the world, why not make it our 16-night package that combines the Galapagos with the World Heritage Site and doing Machu Picchu? 2-night pre in Quito, 7-night amazing adventure cruise in the Galapagos Islands with us, 2-night post cruise in Lima, Peru. Then we're going to take you for 2 nights to the Sacred Valley. We're including 2 nights after that in Cusco, and even your very last night in Lima before you depart. And every single step of the way, whether it's your tour guides, your fees for the park entrance, your transfers, even the connecting airfare in South America, it's all included. Celebrity clients that have sailed with us for a long time and keep kind of evolving and elevating what they're looking for a vacation experience. Agents that talk about Celebrity Galapagos sell Galapagos. Agents that don't talk about it don't sell it. So become one of our ambassadors that offers Galapagos, and you'll probably be surprised at how many people have some interest in that. And currently, we are running a 20% savings off of our Galapagos packages. And in tandem with that, we're also giving flights on us, which is up to $1,500 USD per couple to get you flight credit to get you down to Quito. So it's not an either or, it's 20% savings on the Galapagos package and $1,500 USD in air credit. If there was ever a time to book yourself to the Galapagos, that's now.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Every time I see those images, we've already covered this part. I just wanted to mention as well, so that I guess maybe we did this strategically, Chad. It wasn't an accident. That it's so important to us. It is the one-stop shop for all your needs, celebrity. So again, reminder, bookmark it. We do have regular C's today that are hosted by Katina, our senior vice president, and of sales, and some other guests that pop on. Our marketing assistance program, Celebrity Rewards, which is here. An amazing program for you. It's incredible how many people that have been selling our brand for a long time and aren't familiar with this, but don't throw money away. It's basically a debit card, for the lack of a better explanation. But you get extra, basically bonus commission every time you do this. So you just enter, you sign up for it, you get the card, and then every time you make a booking, you just enter it, and you get extra funds, extra points that equal cash, and everybody loves that, especially you out there. I know it. So that's Celebrity Rewards. Sign up today. Just write it on a Post-it note. Bookmark the celebritycommitment.com as well. Reciprocity. This is new this year. So our three brands, Celebrity Cruises, Royal Caribbean, and Silver Seas, part of the Royal Caribbean group, are now reciprocity with their loyalty programs. So you can see it here. Another great opportunity for a screenshot if you would like to do that. But showing you how it equates across the brands. Really like it. Been really well, really well received by both our guests and our partners. This is a program. This is confidential, but we've gotten authority to share. We didn't really get authority, but we're sharing it anyway. So it's a cool program, and we've been talking about loyalty and rewards a lot, whether it's airlines or hotels and cruise lines. So we know how important it is for some of your guests that may have been sailing with another brand, even land resorts, that you feel they're ready for the upgrade. They're ready for Celebrity Cruises. They've tried the others. Now they want to come to the best. This is the program for them. So basically, if you haven't sailed with us in the past couple of years and they book in a veranda or higher, we will give them elite status. And if they book while they're on the ship, so yes, they got all the elite status amenities. We know, sometimes how important it is to have laundry service with another brand. We give you elite status, we'll get you that type of thing, amongst other amenities. If they rebook, again, within 30 days of the sailing, we will honor their status moving forward. So very cool program. Talk to your sales manager about it. It's underutilized. It was very popular for a long time. And then we kind of, didn't talk about it a lot, but we're talking about it again because it is such an advantage and a great tool for you to convert your guests to this amazing brand, Celebrity Cruises. While they're on board our ships as well, we have our incredible Future Cruise team, which is an extension of our field sales teams that actually live and work on board the ships. Super smart, super informed about new itineraries and anything up to date. And they're there to represent you, our travel partners, as well. So if they book on board, whether through the Book Now, putting a reduced deposit down, and then they can choose their ship and premium stateroom and the sail date and get all the best options. They receive the onboard credit plus the best promotions available, as I mentioned, or they book later where they put the reduced deposit down of only $100 a person, and they have up until 6 months to book their next Celebrity Cruise vacation, again receiving up to $500 in onboard credit. So those are the two. You either pick what stateroom and sailing, or you can book later within 6 months. You, our travel partners, will always get the credit for that, so don't you fret. Social media, obviously a major marketing power these days, as you know, and branding for you, our travel partners, whether it's the agency or the individual agent, is super important. So, on the celebritycommitment.com is, of course, those tools you can leverage for free through Celebrity Cruises, the map, as I mentioned, but this also is great for information. It's very organic. It's not going to come to your email, which is a great way to share, but sometimes it's great when you're flipping through, you get little nuggets of information on these posts as well. Celebrity Cruises Canada is always updated with the latest and greatest. And back to you, Chad, to wrap her up here. We're close to an hour.
So guys, just before we give away some prizes, a couple of pro tips that I think are really important. Make sure when you are talking to your clients, quoting your clients, maybe taking out an option and holding the space, that you are asking them who is going to be traveling with them, who can you hold a second stateroom for. Inevitably, a couple weeks later, people always come back and say, actually, my cousins want to join us, my sister wants to join us. And then if you didn't hold anything, pricing goes up in the market. So do yourself a favor, be the travel agent pro by holding that second stateroom or that third stateroom at the same time that you're opening it for your clients. Don't ever sell from your own pocketbook. And wow, 2024 taught us that. Clients that you would never guess are going to be spending money on the retreat and aqua class and doing back-to-backs. We've seen it all. It's blown past all our expectations. If there was ever a year to go out of your comfort zone and offer the retreat and talk about aqua class and talk about back-to-backs, we're seeing it every single day coming through from Canada. So be one of our top partners for making sure that you start at the top and recommend that, because people are definitely buying it. That kind of dovetails into the next pro tip, which is just plant the seed. Maybe somebody loves celebrity as a brand. Maybe they generally do buy a veranda, and it's because in their mind, they assume that the retreat or aqua class is just out of their price point. Do the quick math for them. A lot of times, whenever Celebrity Cruises Team Canada is doing our booking incentives, we'll actually give special incentives for booking into the retreat or booking into aqua class, etc. And sometimes the price differential with a little bit of booking incentive from us, it's a no-brainer to just move up. But confidence, own it, do our training program, get familiar with our brand. We want, when people are looking to get their vacation booked and they want to speak with a travel consultant about how to get the best vacation dollars and value, we want you to be the pros. And clients cheat on their travel agents, but they don't with the travel agents that they know are absolutely worth gold in terms of understanding a brand. And understanding a brand is not always just finding the very best deal, but it's about understanding the right fit for what the clients really need. And the last pro tip, and we will have a masterclass coming up on this, is about reviewing invoices, because if you're using Espresso, generally speaking, you can review your invoices right now to make sure everything looks right. If you're booking over the phone with reservations, take the time to make sure everything is correct, from the guest name to the rate code to the ship and sailing date, because throughout the course of the year, we kind of see it all in terms of asking for forgiveness when you booked your clients on the trip that was a week later than the one they actually wanted. So just take a few minutes, make sure to review your invoices, and that's going to save you. And I think, Alan, with that, we're on to giving away some prizes to our travel agent partners.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for sticking with us. We tried to keep it to did I say 45 minutes? Yeah, it was more of a guideline.
That was a US 45 minutes.
There you
Canadian
go.
pound.
Add a couple of percents there. So one of the things I'll say, just in closing, lots to absorb there. We're super passionate about it. Just keep in mind, we have an incredible product. This isn't our first rodeo. We have these amazing ships and crew. We have great support surrounding all of it to help you sell and better understand it and strategize and market and brand yourself. And getting out of your comfort zone, I think, is definitely a theme. We have so many, things coming up this year with our new ship coming out, new programs coming out, better support, enhanced support. So it's all about you. It's all about our partners, especially in Canada. It basically all goes through the trade, and we really appreciate it and value your partnership and appreciate the support and passion for the brand. So Chad's out west, as he mentioned, in Vancouver. We've got Brenda, our national accounts manager here in Toronto. Michelle Croft just joined our team here in Toronto. Sandra Pennington in Toronto, in the Ontario area. And then Mathieu Abai in Montreal and Quebec, covering the Maritimes as well. And a brand new addition to our team is Cathy. She is our inside sales manager. So we're covered in 2 languages across the board, across the country, and super proud of our brand and really proud of our partnerships with you. So in saying that, we do want to give away, we have a $150 bonus commission to give away. Is that correct, Chad?
Well, how about this? We've got 3 great prizes for people that took the time to join us today, but I'm thinking we could offer them a choice. So we can either do 3 prizes of $150 of bonus commission, Or if you're an incredibly smart travel agent that chooses to sail with Celebrity for your vacation, we could add the 150 as onboard credit to your account, which is actually USD. So you could take it either way. If you want it in Canadian dollars, it could be bonus commission. If you're sailing with us and would prefer it as onboard credit, that's 40% exchange. So that's good value for you there as well. But
Like
here are the winners. Can I
so
get a
three? We're doing three?
We're doing three. Oh, is that not? Well, I guess we are now.
Well, it's in the universe, so it's done. They deserve it. They deserve it.
All right, let's go. Drum roll, please. So our first winner is Heather Benedict. So Heather Benedict, you are the first winner. Your choice of $150 of bonus commission on your next celebrity cruise booking or $150 USD onboard credit for your personal booking. Our second winner is Audrey Chan. So Audrey Chan, you are our second winner, same choices. So be reaching out because we are going to make you happy. And our third winner is Matthew Vaughn. So Matthew Vaughn, congratulations. Thanks for sticking with us through the full web session and all of the updates. So congrats to all three of our winners across the country. Thanks for all you do. And
I did want to mention, Chad, while we're on, lastly, I know that we said that about 5 times now, but on November 25th, and you have the details probably in front of you, we're doing a consumer event, right, to on behalf of all of our travel partners in Canada. And that will be the 25th, but you should see details about that, if not already, come out from your sales manager, the brand. But we're doing that across Canada, November 25th. And details are available for you. But that's, all tied into the amazing promotion we have going on over these few weeks for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of it.
Yay. Well, thank you so much, Allan and Chad. That was an amazing webinar. Oh my gosh, so many destinations, so many amazing perks and products that our community can take advantage of for their clients. Wow, that Galapagos and Machu Picchu. I'm like, can I go tomorrow? Just beautiful. The Alaska too. But seriously, all of it. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this information. I just wanted to reiterate to all of our Travel Week community who's on the call today that this is recorded and you will see it posted in Travel Week's YouTube channel. We'll also send an email, a follow-up email after the webinar with a link to that recording as well. So you will have that. And then Allan, Chad, finally, I just wanted to confirm for everyone here. So for the winners, Heather, Audrey, and Matthew, should they email, who should they contact to set up their prize, or otherwise we can get you their emails from the Zoom backend? I just wanted to
if you send me their emails, I will personally reach out for all of our three winners.
Okay, great. So Heather Benedict, Audrey Chan, and Matthew Vaughn, congratulations. Stay tuned from an email from Chad. You will receive that to set up your prize. And of course, last but certainly not least, thank you so much, Chad, Allan, for being here, Celebrity Cruises. It is just so great to have you on today and presenting to our Travel Week community and to our lovely Travel Week community. We are grateful as well to have you here and to have you participating today. And we can't wait to see you at the next one. So everybody have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll see you all again soon.
Take time to vote for Celebrity with Travel Week.
Woohoo, that's right. That is absolutely right. Thank you for adding that, Chad. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great rest of day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.